Hello and welcome back everybody to the Mineski Pro Gaming League Season number 6, IMBA Gaming versus Invasion Esports in a best of 3 series. This is the second game. Invasion Esports, they did win the first one with a pretty damn convincing fashion as well. It was like a 22-minute GG, I want to say. Just completely outclassing IMBA Gaming, but man, it's game 2. IMBA Gaming, they must have something up their sleeves to just try to stage a comeback of sorts, but of course, we are HeflaTV, I'm Coucher, and I'm even joined by somebody, and it's HeflaMoke.
Hello, good morning everybody. It's about time to wake up and go into Dota 2 casting. But yeah, sorry Couch, I'm a bit late, but it was a long night.
Well, the first game was so short anyway, it didn't matter, man.
Good. This way, it's fine. Like, I saw the end, and IMBA Gaming, yeah, they got pretty much declassed there. But, well, the Vietnamese scene, they are forming as it is right now, and I think they have like a promising future as such. Like, because if you remember, we had here and there sometimes like a show match from the VECL, for example, season 1. I'm still looking forward to maybe see a second season there, and they scrim with the C teams, which means like it's just a matter of time till they also pick up like the pace there. They also scrim sometimes against Korean teams. They here and there have the chance to even play against them, for example, here in the MPGL. That means, like, yeah, let's see how the Vietnamese can step up their game and get at least to this level, and from there on we can even talk international at some point, even though there are some server issues, of course, for them already in the Asian scene, and then international, it will be quite complicated. But let's focus on this draft first here.
I mean, it's happened pretty damn fast at the moment. Bans just completely standard in the first phase. Razor and Doombringer by IMBA, Lycan and the Brewmaster from Invasion. I mean, Invasion, they were happy enough to give away Lycan away in game number 1, but giving it to a tire side is a whole different matter. But IMBA themselves, starting with a Shadow Shaman and Faceless Void, I already like their draft better because they at least have one solid stun. Of course, they have more, but I mean, even having one is better than 0, man.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's Shadow Shame and Faceless Void. Like, they could have done the other way around and just go for Faceless Void and save the Scarab Mage. Now they are, of course, like the Scarab Mage pick, for example, is in jeopardy because, yeah, it's kind of obvious. I think Invasion, they're gonna ban out the Scarab Mage because it's just too solid of a combination, Chronosphere into Mystic Flare. I mean, the Shadow Shaman is just very limited with the damage he can bring into the Chronosphere because mostly we see the wards already being down. Yesterday we had a game where we saw very much how I describe it. Like, the Master and wards were already somewhere in the fight because, like, as a Shadow Shaman support in a late game or even in later mid game, you have to just pop those wards because you run sometimes just out of HP faster than you can plant them somewhere. But yeah, they're not banning it, which means I expect IMBA Gaming to pick up Scarab Mage as a second support here.
Yeah, since it's the British was banned, Scarab Mage definitely would be the best. I mean, even without that, Scarab Mage in some situations can be better than Ancient Depression, but I guess it can work the other way around as well, the same way. But Scarab Mage, not only, like you mentioned, it's just an excellent combo with the Faceless Void, it's also pretty strong with just Shadow Shaman, Hex, or Shackles into Mystic Flare, so only the two supports could just go around, even killing core heroes on the opposite side.
Yep.
But Invasion, picking up a Mirana after third and IMBA, going for that Viper of theirs, so... Man, Invasion, they actually have a pretty solid team fight themselves. Tidehunter for the possible counter initiation after the Chrono. Death Prophet with the Exorcism and Moonlight Shadow to either try to escape or just do a sneak initiation.
But now, actually, the Scarab Mage might now be an option for Invasion. Like, it would fit. Like, as a response on an Arrow Stun, as a response of the Ravage as such. Like the magic amplification for Crypt Swarm, Arrow, Starstorm, gosh, why not? It would fit.
It's possible, but I think they want to have just something to set up the Mirana Arrow perfectly. Something like a Sand King, I guess, wouldn't be too bad of a pick. Although Sand King has fallen off a little bit as far as just getting picked up goes.
Yeah, he did. Like, I saw a lot of weak Sand Kings the last 3-4 times I saw Sand Kings. Like, the farm was very limited, the rotations didn't work out, the jungle farming with Sandstorm got interrupted, sometimes even stack stolen. When I remember the Titan games, for example, like epicenters got interrupted here and there, and I know it just didn't feel quite right, but in the right hands, the Sand King is still a strong hero, so maybe that's an option for Invasion. The Oshik and the Shadow Demon are already banned out, so I don't know. If this was 2013 or early 2014, I would have said, like, sure, maybe a Bane, but I'm not sure if Bane is the best option here. Then again, a Bane might not even be bad, but they pick a Rubik, and now the Scarab Mage comes. Like, yeah, it had to come, I think.
The Scarab Mage was instant pickup. I mean, they almost certainly had the mouse already hovered over him. It's like, our turn, bam, click, done. And this Rubik, I mean, I wouldn't have minded a Bane, to be honest. Bane is pretty good against Faceless Void as well. Just get Enfeeble. Just Faceless Void does almost no damage in the Chronosphere. Or just Fiend's Grip can be good for anything. But Rubik, it's also a pretty solid support just all around. Stealing Viper Strike, anything from a Shadow Shaman, even stealing Chronospheres and just putting them to good use can be just excellent.
Actually, many teams that pick Void, they ban the Rubik as some sort of standard ban in the second ban stage. Just because if you really have a good Rubik, he gets that Chronosphere. Because mostly Time Walk is the initiation, Chronosphere is the next spell, and then a Void has nothing else. It's not like you can use another spell and say like, hey, look, steal this one. So the biggest problem about the Rubik is like if he really steals the Chrono, and you have some sort of like disable on the Faceless Void, you just put that Chrono on the enemy team, and the Bane is disabling the Void, and from there on your team is standing there for like, what, 3-4 seconds doing nothing and just getting wrecked.
Well, it can be just so damn devastating if it actually does happen like you described at the moment. But looking at the last bans, the Tinker was taken out by Invasion, so they don't want to give any more cancer to IMBA Gaming's current lineup.
Yeah.
But Ember Spirit actually was once again banned by IMBA. I do believe they banned it out as the fourth or the third one last time around. Not 100% sure, but in Invasion they went for a Bane anyway, so that ban was unwarranted.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised the Bane is coming out. I mean, we were talking about it, that it's an option that he comes out, but like I didn't give him like high chances because I thought maybe something else. But sure, this means that we have a Titan in the offline, a tri-lane with the Mirana Rubik Bane. That means the Mirana, she can't miss an arrow. I mean, arrow and telekinesis, arrow into nightmare. This is something that has to work out. Death Prophet in the mid. So far, I definitely like Invasion Esports draft. It is a balanced one. Like it fits. The Mirana, of course, needs some time to get online, but overall, with the big ultimates, the only thing they have to do is like somehow survive the Void. That is, of course, the hardest task. Like heroes like Mirana, Rubik, and Bane, even into mid game, they fall victim to Faceless Void plus Scarab Mage combo, depending on how much level the Scarab Mage finds. But also, if the Viper is outside, if the Shadow Shaman is outside of that Chrono, then they can do quite something. Like, with nice ward placement, I'm afraid that Invasion is going to lose at least 1 or 2 heroes with the Chronosphere, if properly executed. That's my biggest fear at the moment. But yeah, they run up that draft with Invoker. Okay.
You mean Invoker is, I guess, one of the classic heroes to combo up with a Faceless Void. Just Chaos Meteor, Deafening Blast. So damn painful if you're in the Chronosphere at the same time. But of course, at the moment, it looks like, or I'm not even too sure how they're going to lane this. I know 7-7 he played Lycan last game around, so maybe they're switching it up a little bit. Sure looks like it. I mean, just Invoker mid lane, Viper safe lane. I would have been a little bit skeptical about the Invoker safe lane in a tri lane just because he wouldn't have gotten enough levels to probably be an impact, at least not as much, but it's going to be the standard Invoker mid lane.
Yep, that's how it is. I don't know, like, both laning doesn't really surprise me. I think the only thing I'm a bit afraid of is that the supports, tri-lane versus tri-lane, like, just imagine the Rasta or the Scarab Mage getting really an arrow. May it be a fishing arrow or may it be really a follow-up telekinesis arrow, nightmare arrow. I mean, when it comes to nightmare, all the other 2 heroes, they have a chance to take it off. I mean, the nightmare from your ally, but well, let's see. I mean, right now it seems like they are shifting, which is very interesting. So Faceless Void it is. He's getting that support, and they leave the Viper alone. That puts the Viper in an awkward position though, because he has to stand back as long as possible, get definitely points into Corrosive Skin ASAP, like even before Poison Attack and Nether Toxin. I would, like, if I knew what's coming against me here, I would put it probably right away in there, so he can survive.
This lane is going to be pretty damn hard for him, but I guess we can introduce the lineups as well. As for IMBA Gaming, up on the dire side, Silong will be playing the Viper, leaving 7-7 up on the mid lane Invoker. And Super Hugh on the Scarif Mage together with Jennifer on the Shadow Shaman. They are smoked up already. They're gonna find the haste rune as well as Kinzo is the last one, but we might be looking at the really early first blood. Which lane are they gonna go for though?
Yeah, bottom it is. Like there, we just saw a D-ward here by Ghost on a Titan here who's alone. Pretty much the same fate as the Viper, but let's see. Without that ward, of course, that's bad news for him. Let's see. There's the Shackle.
It should be an easy kill, or actually he's pretty damn tanky. Anchor Smash picked up as well now, trying to reduce the damage, but somebody blocking Kinzo. He needs a few more right clicks, arcane bolts are flying, and they do get the first blood. Jennifer is the one to grab it.
Yep, interesting. Like when we see Scarab Mage and Void combos, like it's mostly like either the Scarab Mage goes for the slow, or the Scarab Mage goes for the arcane bolts, and then the Void skips completely the bashes and goes for the time walk first. Like sometimes we see teams messing that up, so both go for a slow. Then in the end, you're like chasing a target, but especially a Tidehunter with Anchor Smash and even a Stout Shield. So even without Kraken Shell, but still a Stout Shield, he's still tanky. But let's see. Top, the ganks, they didn't happen so far, but they ate through.
They actually telekinesed up Silong, and that's what destroyed the trees here. But the
but
Bane
Rubik,
wasn't in position.
I thought he ate in here as well, but okay.
Yeah,
Either way,
like 1-3 I think, but oh, they want to try again. There's the telekinesis, they need the Nightmare follow-up. Man, 5-second arrow, is it gonna come out? I mean, should be the easiest setup for them at all. And actually now Ola in some trouble as well, under the tower Silong. Taking up the creep wave as well at the same time, but they're going for the counter at the very least. Sunstrike a little bit off target, so Ola is gonna make it out. And it's a 1-for-1 overall then, across the board.
Yep, it's too bad the Shadow Shaman didn't come in there in time, but he also shouldn't go right now because then he would just die again. But yeah, I don't know. It was a kill to be expected, but it took much longer than they probably thought, so it was very risky. With the Scarab Mage finding a return kill here, that would have been a nice start, but I think we didn't even introduce them like to the end. Like in the mid lane, well, I want to look next here. We have Ketzik on the Death Prophet here. At the moment, 10-3 against the Invoker, who is 9-4, so very equal. And this tri-lane top, which might even show more action here. It's still daytime, so they see a lot, of course. We have ADTR on the Bane, we have Ola on the Rubik, who just made that kill possible, and of course the guy who has to aim the arrows and hit them properly, that's FC, and let's see. I think we're gonna see some action pretty much soon.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely want to go for it, the invasion that is. But IMBA, if they're actually there as free, this tri-lane from them is so damn strong. I mean, Viper in the tri-lane is so devastating, and we already saw from the last try, it's so hard to bring him down. And this time around, the two supports will be there almost immediately to help out. But mid lane, 7-7 drops pretty low. Ketzik doesn't follow up too far, of course. Only 2 points into Crypt Swarm, so didn't have the kill potential quite there.
Yep, he has his quest bubbles up all the time, so he's trying to get the most regeneration out, but the Death Prophet really hitting every single Crypt Swarm since he has the level 2 Crypt Swarm, so that's what it's holding back 7-7 at the moment. And Ketzik, I don't know, with nulls and 3 branches and still 1 tango left, like the Invoker is just not scary enough, especially when he did the right clicks.
Nightmare top lane arrow actually, nicely done Jennifer. He's the sacrificial lamb, but Shadow Shaman is he gonna lose his life for the telekinesis up, thrown but down as well. But he's just going for the run for it. I don't think it's gonna be a success indeed. FC grabs the kill. I mean, nice attempt by the Shadow Shaman to just toggle the Nightmare off, but
yeah, but they needed the Scarab Mage. That's what I don't understand. Like, if the Scarab Mage does the side pulls and you have still a tri-lane that is just waiting for that one situation where you're like 2 versus 3, or like, you know, anyone just occupied with something else, they will go. Like, I mean, I said it even as a caster that they are just waiting for the situation. There has to be action soon. If the Scarab Mage would have been around, they might have gotten that kill on the Mirana, maybe even more, because they have a slow, they have the Arcane Bolts, and the Scarab Mage even has a very healthy mana pool because it has full mana, but him being busy with a small camp and...
Mid lane, 7-7 might be in trouble, Nightmare to start it. Crypt Swarm actually misses thanks to the Nightmare, a little bit of uncoordinated, but now Fate Bolt is there, telekinesis up as well. Jennifer comes in, can he do anything? The Shackles, I don't think it's gonna be enough. Ketzik had the double damage to Jennifer, he's gonna lose his life as well.
Yeah, that's, I don't know, that's a bad idea. Like, if they rotate in, they have to rotate S2. Even there, the Scarab Mage has to come, because then with the slow, maybe the silence for the next Crypt Swarm, that would have been a perfect timing. But the problem is, like, he shackled the target with the least damage probably out of all of them. Well, actually, well, he has quite a nice base damage as a Bane, but still, like, the one who was dangerous is, of course, the Death Prophet. Double damage rune on him and another Crypt Swarm. So if he suicided, then he should have suicided on Ketzik there. But this way, well, The funny part is, look at the tier 1 tower mid. Like, that tower is on about 10%, even without using the exorcism. At the moment, he's going for a witchcraft build, which is understandable. So he's going to pick up that exorcism level 7 or level 8, maybe even level 9, depending what he's going to play. At the moment, he doesn't need the exorcism, but with the tower being that low, I think he's going to pick it up next point.
Yeah, man, it's really surprising that he's been able to damage the tower so damn much, to be honest, this early on. But I guess he's just outplaying the Invoker a little bit. I mean, 31 and 5 compared to 20 and 6. Of course, the kill on Invoker definitely didn't help his situation here a lot at all. But Invasion, they are mostly winning every lane, at least if you're only looking at the last hits.
Yeah, absolutely. We have 29 and 1 on the Void, but Titan, like, after he gave the first blood, he's just doing very well with the 32-4. But let's see, in the mid, I think they want to go again on 7-7, combine it with a tower.
Yeah, and Ola, he's running in. Telekinesis, will it actually come out? No, but they get the tower. Cold Snap comes out as well with the Force Spirits. He's dropping low, but the arrow from the Nightmare. I mean, this combination is just filthy.
Yeah, it is filthy, but for this gank, I have to say it was kind of obvious as well, because, I mean, there's a tri-lane top. I mean, they don't have a laning ward, okay? That's one thing, but still, like, everyone missing top, like, that had to be something. I mean, this was, even from a player perspective, I think a very obvious gank. So far, like, the only thing I can really, like, say for IMBA is that I think if the rotations were a bit better, or the positioning on the map was a bit better, they would have a decent game, because they're obviously not bad. Like, they made nice plays. We saw it at the first blood that they can execute and chain their abilities properly. But right now, like, the last 3 kills were really due to, like, just half-assed rotations or wrong position or wrong predictions on the map where the enemy is. And the last one was, in my opinion, pretty obvious. Even the farming Mirana going from away from the lane, then yeah, another Invoker would have been already, like, somewhere at the tier 2 tower.
I mean, I guess he was just hanging around, maybe trying to deny the tier 1 or something, got a little bit too greedy there.
But that's not worth it. Like, I mean, dying as your mid-hero there, plus getting the tower or taking the risk that they get the tower and you, that risk is just not worth it. Then maybe drop the tower, stay alive, because all that gold you lose even on the way, maybe not the best idea to go for it, since he's probably
not gonna hit.
No. So I think they're gonna go top, since he's level 8. Exorcism is being picked up, so Invasion, they wanna get the pressure up. And the problem is also the Viper. The Viper decided to not go for a corrosive skin build, which I completely disagree with. Now he's paying the price because he's getting those Crypt Swarms and is driven out of lane.
Yeah, the Crypt Swarms hurt so much, but TPs are coming in. It's a Faceless Void. He has the ultimate arrow. Actually gonna land onto Jennifer. But will it be enough? There's the Crown up on the 3 enemy heroes. Will it be enough? Sunstrike comes out as well. But they need a little bit more. Aethershock helps out. The silence is there to boost up the damage. And Kinsman now, he's running away, but what? No pause. Are you kidding me?
Oh, that's a puppy pause. That's such a puppy pause. Mouse cannot move. Well, that's bad news, obviously, for him, but this Mirana is still hexed for a split second, and shackles are ready. So if Jennifer gets those shackles out, he is dead. We have a next Arcane Bolt in 4 seconds that is exactly aligning with the channel duration of shackles if he puts it up in just a split second. So he should eat that last Arcane Bolt, and the rest has to come from the Viper. So, of course, right now in this situation, it's good that the Viper has Nether Toxin and Poison Attack. So let's see. Nothing on the Bane. The Bane has to run.
Ravage is gonna come in a second or two. Actually gets the leap out anyway, and but they're on the run now. I don't know if it was the decision because of the pause, but they're gonna lose the Shadow Shaman, most likely the tier 1. But Ghost, he wanted to keep on chasing, so Mirana escapes and Shadow Shaman dies, but it was a 1-for-1 in the end. But if they also lose the tier 1, it's definitely favoring Invasion still.
Well, I mean, at least the Invoker's doing something in the meantime, in mid, obviously. I mean, he's getting some gold here and there, but yeah, like, this fight was, well, not very optimal. This was also the first chrono use, but it was kind of a mess because the Void had to take off Nightmare and everything, and with the Titan rotating in, I didn't actually see it. I really thought, okay, they killed the Mirana, Bane has to go back because no mana. It is even a 1-1 trade tower for now, so I guess IMBA is saving whatever they could. I mean, the pause was very unfortunate, because this way they could really assess the situation and decided to, like, press forward.
You mean, I think IMBA actually, they might have stood there and fought if it was just in the spur of the moment without the pause, but they were like, yeah, Tidehunter, he has his Ravage 100%, he hasn't used it yet. But now, look at the aggressive plays from Invasion. They want to go Jennifer. Actually, no telekinesis, but the Blink Ravage comes out onto Jennifer. He just gets ravished completely, but Silong. Can he TP out? Oh, the arrow just barely missed him, but is this really a tier 2 already?
It might be, because who's gonna defend it? Because, I mean, they're busy pushing tier 1 tower, but this trade doesn't work out. Like, the Titan even comes in to defend it. I think that's a bad idea, but still, like, at the moment we have a Death Prophet with the Exorcism ready to push in the tier 2 tower mid. Tier 2 tower top.
Ghost might be in trouble. He's so low, one man already. One time lock came out as well, and he does go down. Ola, he got silenced the Sunstrike? What?
Oh, too bad. The idea was good, the timing was bad.
Oh, actually the Chronosphere comes out onto the Rubik, but Defensive Nightmare really nicely done. Arcane Bolts are flying. Actually, Kinzo, he's the one on the run all of a sudden. Telekinesis, Fate Bolt used from Ola as well onto the Invoker, and he makes it out here unless the creeps just get him. Oh, he's blocked in between creeps. Kill the creeps, guys. Don't let the Rubik die. Mission not accomplished.
Okay, that was... I guess sometimes the RNG is on your side. Either way, there is the tier 2 going down here. Ketzik is gonna get it. In the mid, he also did some damage on the tier 2. Tier 1, in the end, it's still alive, but at least they get the 2 kills. First I wanted to say... Oh wait, mid? I think we have a go here on Silong.
Oh, the arrow, will it land? Yes, it will. Spot on, man. He's gone for sure. Exorcism is gonna wear off, but one Crypt Form in the face. A few more Rakis. Actually, the mech is there, but there's no assistance coming anytime soon. Leap with the extra movement speed, another Crypt Form.
Yeah, he should put out this Viper Strike for like an obvious kill is an obvious kill. Like doing some damage here would have probably been better. Either way, he's dying, and he's mostly dying really due to the fact that it's like he's just not tanky enough. Sure, yeah, I got 2 points in poison attack, but also 2 points in nether toxin. I don't know how that like doesn't fit even the draft they have. Like right now, all he has to do is tank up. I mean, he has to tank up so many things apart from brain sap, which is pure damage. He can soak up so much. I mean, less gush, less crypt swarm, less arrow, less starstorm, less fate bolt, pretty much less everything. If you had the corrosive skin, but he decided not to go for it.
Yeah, it is a little bit weird that he didn't go for it, especially considering the lane that he also had there.
Yeah, the lane. I mean, the lane is like, what the hell, magical damage coming your way, like 3 times, and...
By the way, what do you think of the Mirana going for a Lincoln Sphere in this game?
Interesting, because at the moment the game is completely on their side, and they don't even have to be like passive, but oh, let's see. Mirana.
They have the Chrono as well. The arrow comes out, but the Blink Ravage up on the 3 enemy heroes. The silence to follow up as well. Cryptstorm actually gets backtrack from Kinzo, but can he time walk his way to safety? Everybody somehow still alive thanks to the mech of Silong. And
I can't believe it. I can't believe that this didn't lead to a kill. But besides that, it's gonna lead to a tier 1 tower for sure. But this is also a lesson learned here. Like this ward at the secret shop, which I just marked. That's exactly why you buy awards. Like, under normal circumstances with maybe a bit more damage, this was a triple kill.
Yeah, it was pretty much the perfect execution. I mean, Ravage into a silence on the 3 enemy heroes. But Nan the mech just keeping them alive. Kinzo though, he wants to come back in. He has the Chronos for tier 2, already down to half HP. Moonlight Shadow, they're just gonna make the escape here. So, IMBA, they're, even though they didn't lose heroes, they're still losing quite a lot of map control here.
Yeah, it's all about map control. That's the biggest problem. Like at the moment, Invasion has like wards directly, pretty much. This is not even in front of their door. This is almost like in your living room and in your bathroom where someone is spying on you. I mean, ward at the secret shop, so they can make like this uphill attack now. Even a ward besides the tier 2 tower, they see all the rotations there. And of course, like Invasion, I like their warding simply because the warding is not like, oh, let's just ward on the typical spots. No, they ward exactly where they want to go next. I mean, top there's nothing to achieve anymore unless you want to get a kill in the jungle. But they got a tier 2 tower there, so no need to ward around that area. So they ward exactly what they want next. Tier 2 bottom, tier 2 mid, and maybe catching someone out, including even the courier at the secret shop. So the warding is perfectly for like alongside their next objectives. And trust me, they're gonna come back. Full mana, full HP, exorcism there, and it's just about a matter of time till they go into mid, say hello there, forcing IMBA maybe back. Oh, their mouse. The mouse.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he has some serious issues. Might be either the USB socket? Yes, socket is the right word for it in English, hells yeah. Or just the mouse cord maybe messing up, man. I think
Maybe he
that's
still
the
has an
most
old
common
mouse with
issues.
batteries. I
Oh man,
remember
that's
that time. I remember that time when like those. I
I
mean,
hate battery mice.
yeah, no, it was horrible. Like I remember back then when I was still like going to a lot of offline events as a Counter-Strike player, like the mouses were coming out and like there were really some FPS players who played with those mice. Like and I could never understand it because they always had like some sort of delay, like the technology, Bluetooth, infrared and all that stuff. It was just not there yet for gaming and but some people used it. I mean, I was happy because I play I mean,
You can own
till
those
this day
noobs.
till this day, I still use old school. Like nothing else will happen. Like I'm just not a fan of anything that is transmitted through air. I don't use wireless of anything unless the remote control for my TV.
Yeah, and I only use wireless when I want to go into the internet on my phone. But
Ah,
yeah,
jeez.
otherwise, I mean, I don't understand wireless mice either. Really, it's just
Not as a gamer.
it's not responsive enough for gaming.
Yeah. I'm actually considering one mouse so I can put like a mouse next to my bed, a second mouse.
Yeah, well,
It's
that's just a good option. I mean,
But
oh,
just for me as a manager, I can do here and there some organization stuff, and like whenever my Skype is beeping, which is like every 10 seconds, I can actually check what it is without, getting up and checking it by moving to the PC. That's the only reason I would go for it. Either way, guys, let's not talk about me on my couch or coucher and mice. Let's just look at the game. I think we haven't looked at the graphs. We're 14 minutes in, and we have an XP lead at the moment for Invasion, which is relatively low just for the fact that they were grouping up all the time. So they stick together. So the XP is fairly low for 14 minutes and for the tower score especially. But of course, if you look at the tower score and the gold graph, 5k for Invasion, that should do it. But still, 5k is something where I'm surprised that it's just that low. Because, I mean, they had a better laning, better farm. They have, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4 towers by now, and the other's relatively low. And this is only worth 5k, including the 4 kills advantage. I thought they were at like 7, 8k, something like that, but the 5k is relatively low. So there's still a good chance for IMBA to, I don't know, make good moves. One big fight, maybe around Roshan, which will also be, I think the Roshan, we're gonna see the first time a Roshan fight around minute 20. Unless IMBA is getting team wiped.
I mean, actually, Invasion themselves, they're gearing up for a possible Roshan, I think. They have a medallion of Courage and Bane. Exorcism is physical damage, so once they get to level 2 Exorcism, either go for tier 2 or for Roach, one of those two, but they smoke from IMBA with a 4-man just rotating unit. Can they catch any kills? Man, they need to get some kills to just buy some breathing space, get the Invoker farmed up.
It's too bad I don't find anything unless the Rubik is going in some direction. Actually, the Rubik is now going to the east, and that might put him up
And
as a
beautiful
potential
4-man
factor.
chrono right here, man, right here, 4-man chrono. But
Yeah, I don't think
smoke.
so. Smoke versus smoke. The problem is IMBA smoke already ran out. They don't have vision in their own jungle, which means, again, Invasion is on a high ground advantage. They can look up from the hill what's going on there in the valley and then jump on it, especially with the Ravage ready. It's still level 1, but Blink Dagger initiation, this is bad news. I think this is bad news.
This is epic bait getting him, but the Chronosphere only onto that one hero. The Sun starts to follow up as well. They might have enough. The arrow actually misses, but there's the Ravage connecting on all the heroes. The turnaround is real. This Chrono got stolen as well. Turned onto 2 enemy heroes. 2-4-0 so far. ADTR actually, he's gonna go down. They do get that one counter and they're on the run now. But FCFC aggressively pin. I guess a 2-for-1 considering how it started was not too bad for Yimba, but I mean, they were the ones initiating and they didn't even get the kill on the guy who they chronoed.
Yeah, but still, like, I mean, this reminds me. Oh, there's an arrow here. It's for the Scarab. He's dewarding, but oh my god, with all the vision they still have, Tight Hunter, gosh, Anchor Smash, this combo, it hurts so much. -4 armor, and then 225 physical damage, and they want to even go for more. Shadow Shame, what you doing there, my friend?
Wow, Mass Serpent Wars Shackles, actually he might get Ghost. Arrow will follow up and actually get the kill, but Mass Serpent Wars with the tower, they're gonna get the kill.
Nice.
Kinzu, even Time Walking, gonna get telekinesed up immediately, but Ola, do they have some detection? The sentries are here, and actually Ola with FC, they're gonna run into it. The Force Spirit's helping out as well. They might get the kill onto Rubik, who, never mind, he stole the Time Walk and just gets to safety, but Oh, Sunstrike! Oh, so close. 50 HP. They get vision. Time walk through. Kinzo, is he gonna be fast enough? Nope. Ketchikin back
Oh,
on.
this void. I think if I was that void, I would smash my keyboard and throw my PC out of the balcony. Like, oh Jesus. like I mean, it would. He really wanted to. He really wanted to go aggressive, but what happens? Time walk uphill, telekinesis downhill, Rubik running away. Then he wants to catch up on him. He stole a time walk, and finally he made it to the Rubik, a Rubik that is low from Sunstrike, and then you get just Yulsed. Like, poor guy. Really poor guy.
Yeah. Oh man, thank God that he escaped as well, but at the moment... Oh, the time walk came from Rubik, they had vision of them, they get the telekinesis, silence on Faceless Void as well. Don't think he can escape this, and yes, he cannot. Man, this jump on them, just vision is everything in a game of Dota.
Vision. This game, like a lot of those fights, are just decided by the fact that they don't have vision. It's very sad. It's really sad.
They
Unfortunately,
have exorcism as well, man. They're gonna
Yeah.
go for it.
Sure, why not? I mean, the respawn timer on IMBA is relatively low, but okay, that Kiilstofte, that's very interesting.
Oh,
There's an
telekinesis
airplane.
into her. Oh, bye 7-7. Gonna get silenced up as well. He doesn't have buyback. 40 seconds on cooldown. Beat script was already used to hex onto ADTR Silong. Mystic Flare, will it be enough? No, it will not. But Shackles will follow up onto Bane. So 1 for so far, but another Blink Ravage onto 3 enemy heroes. They are down for the count. Buyback from the Viper, but Ola, is he gonna go down? Kinzo is trying to go for it. Actually, telekinesis. What, man? He only hit 1 in the chrono. I was so sure Rubik gets caught as well, but not gonna happen. Kinzo is the one on the run. All of a sudden, backtracks a little bit. Silence onto Silong. And the Exorcism actually did wear out, so they might not get racks from this. But they got all the kills, forced a buyback onto the Viper, and they're just unstoppable almost at the moment.
Yeah, the problem is that they're like occupied, like killing, like, I don't know, not priority targets all the time. Like, I don't know how, but the Bane survived, like, it felt like forever. I mean, that was a Viper, like, that was Hex, Shackle, Seal, the Concussive Shot, some Arcane Bolts, everything was pumped into that Bane, and he was still somehow alive, even got the brains up off, then just stood there, and they were still busy. And in the end, they were like, oh, cool, you got our Bane, but bam, I just get a triple Anchor Smash, gosh, plus the Ravage on top of it, and then the Crypt Swarm even on all 3 of them. Like, they were staggered up, and everybody in Invasion was like, hey guys, that's cool. You know, all our AoE abilities are hitting in it. But now, talking about uphill advantage, there, Mr. Bane, he's silenced, and now it's all about the right clicks, 1 more. Yeah, that should be it.
They might get Ghost as well. Mass Serpent Wars are committed with the Shackles to follow up as well. I think he's gonna go down. They need a little bit more Sunstrike. Where is it? The mech comes through, but the Viper Strike keeps him just slowed down. And Moonlight Shadow even was used, so that was just excellent patience from IMBA Gaming, just waiting on the high ground like that.
Yep, absolutely. And like right now, they also shouldn't hold back with anything. Like, sometimes it feels like they, I don't know, commit too much to 1 kill. But to be honest, right now, in the position they are, I mean, Invasion doubled up the kills right now. It's 18 and 9. The tier 3 tower is gone. That means the next time you lose a fight, you're gonna lose racks as well. They're well aware of this fact, so yeah, I think right now, if you find something, you should just pump everything into it. Make sure it dies and never comes back again. I mean, obviously they come back again, but at least for the time being, you got some gold experience and to sort of, yeah, catch up on what's going on here right now.
I mean, they'll take any kill they can get, especially if it's a double kill here. And I mean, defending high ground, unless they just die before the high ground defense is actually committed by them, it's pretty scary. I mean, yes, they don't have too many items on IMBA, but Chronosphere into an Invoker, Mystic Flares, it's still something to just at least respect.
Yep, definitely. And well, I don't think Invasion, they want to hesitate. They are 20 minutes in. Like, I was talking about Roshan maybe at 20 minutes, but I don't know. As the game unfolds in front of us here, they don't even need it. Like, the fights are solid, and all they have to do is wait for Ravage, which is ready again. So everything is ready, except for the Mirana ultimate. The Mirana ultimate would, of course, be nice, but of course now, finally, they have a sentry. I don't know why they put Observer there, but sure. Why not?
I mean, they don't have the tower for reach. Actually, they smoke up as well, but Exorcism already used. I mean, if they don't go soon, they might just lose the Rex. They have the Cliff though, and now the Chrono up onto 2 heroes. No Tidehunter Ravage coming out. Mystic Fair to follow. He might have enough, but once again it got stolen, turned upon them. But I'm not too sure if it's gonna be enough. Kinzu gonna get Fiend Script up though. It is a 1-4-0, make it 2-4-0. Tidehunter might go down the Kiss Meter a little bit too late. It did do a lot of damage. Bane went down. Kechikima might have to escape here as well, but there's the Ravage onto 3 enemy heroes, if not more. Rubik, he came in, and can they get more? 5 heroes down. 3 of them do have buyback. But
yeah.
it
All of them are low.
For a second, but
this is one of those cases where I can say intentions were good, but it just didn't work out. They needed to get the Tidehunter and then retreat. That would have been enough. But now, oh, nice Sunstrike, but Optimarana, just like that, dodging it. Either way, they clubbed down that Rex. How did they get just vision on this one? Ah, the Rubik is there with the gem. Yep, they're even de-walling this. Jesus.
yeah, they're going for more kills. The Hex comes out actually, but he's gonna get telekinesed out. Will he go down from this? His silence as well. Actually, no. He stays alive somehow, and Moonlight Shadow used to just make the escape. Sunstrike was stolen, just up onto Kinzo, and
The Rubik now practicing his invoker skills. That's also a good thing.
and Range Rex will also be taken out, Kasich. Make sure of that.
It's actually even a deny, so just making sure that 295 gold doesn't go to Kasich. But I don't think he cares, because what they go for is just, let's go mid. The tower is on 500 HP, so they will get that down easily within the next second. It's really too bad, because that last fight, the initiation, everything was good by IMBA, but
It was just
should
the
have come
Chronosphere
earlier.
from the Rubik stopping the Invoker from following up into their own Chrono.
yeah, there was also no Sunstrike, by the way, used in that chrono, and the way they stood, I think also the Tidehunter, the neighbor of the Tidehunter would have soaked it up a bit. Either way, what I tried to say is like the initiation, the execution was actually beautiful, but like after 23 minutes being just on the back foot, like having barely any items, etc., like they are just too tanky. Like
Just
the
look at the
Tidehunter.
Viper, he's going for a 4-staff, at least he has a recipe for it, so that just goes to show how bad it's going for them. And of course, man, they have to avoid getting either the Chrono stolen or something, because they need every hero to be alive and pump damage into the Chrono.
Yeah, I still don't understand the Viper's build. I mean, sure, now he has some damage and the slow, but he doesn't even get to that point. Mostly he has to work on surviving. But talking about it, Chrono committed here to the Death Prophet.
Yeah, I mean, that's everything, just even Mass Serpent was down, that wasn't entirely
it's a
necessary,
buyback.
but just look at the
What the
gold. 1.2k
Whoa.
gold for the Invoker here.
Ketzig has too much gold, confirmed. Like, he's losing the charges on the Bloodstone, but even with a fresh Bloodstone, he's buying back just for the fact that his team is saying, you know what, we want to finish right now, please buy back.
I mean,
So
Chrono
we'll
is
make
down,
this-
Mass Serpent Wars are down. I guess it's the best time to push. Oh, even Necro level 3 was used from 7-7 here to defend this push. So, no Necro for the fight once the Death Prophet reaches it.
It's used for dewarding, I think. Which is not even bad.
But they don't have damage in the fight anymore with the Rattrans and cooldown. Kechiki actually arrives, Necro is still up, they're gonna go down to the Exorcism Mules. You make sure he doesn't take any damage from them, and now the Tower Arrow will miss everything. But can they fight into this, man? There's no Chrono. How do they take the fight, man? They need the perfect Chaos Meteor or something like that, but Tidehunter at the sidelines, he's just waiting for the counter initiation.
Yep, he's just waiting there patiently. Ketzig is tanking it, and whenever they go on him, Tidehunter will go. But yep, Viper, no points in that corrosive skin. Like, he can't really tank anything. Rex are going down, Invasion is going away. They say like, we got what we came for. Easy. It's just not working out what IMBA is doing. Like, especially when you're one Rex down and they're working on the other one. Like, what are they trying to do? Like, fortify in mid and hope for the best? Like, they have to force a fight, just like they did in bottom. Of course, bottom it failed, but like, if you give another Rax away, like, what else is supposed to happen? Because the side lanes in Dota 2, they're the hardest ones to defend. Like, a mid Rax is something everybody can take. That's no problem at all. Mostly you're pushing there anyway, and it's also easier to push out. But the side lanes, like, even if IMBA would miraculously somehow come back in this game, how do you, like, push out those two lanes in the side?
And top lane is the worst as well, because it just limits your Roshan access when you have to push that certain lane out. And we still have yet to see a Roshan, of course, since Invasion they're on the Radiant side. It's a little bit scary, especially up against the Chronosphere. But look at the Faceless Void, he's up on the high ground. This might be the fight for them if they can get it perfectly. but it's a tall order for them.
Oh, the Void was thinking about it, but yeah, it's not really working.
They don't have proper vision. Actually, the Force Spirit got destroyed, but he time walked in as well. A little bit too late. I mean, I'm not even too sure what they can do. They could potentially try to go for Erosion, but then they're just... Or they have to face the fact that Moonlight Shadow into Tidehunter Ravage in the small area of a Roche pit just can completely wreck them.
But it remind me, Culture, like that bottom fight, like where was the Scarab Mage at that point, by the way? Like
The Skyriff Mage and the Invoker, they got chronoed by the Rubik around this area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like...
no, because I was just thinking about, because how did that Tidehunter survive actually? There was no Sunstrike, there was no Mystic Flare, but now, yeah, that makes sense. Like, I didn't see the Rubik's action there. But yeah, this was actually, I think this was the tipping, or the final tipping point of the game. Like, if that bottom fight would have been successful, but yeah, with the Tidehunter surviving each and every engagement and always being this impending doom with the Ravage, it's just not working out. At the moment, Invasion is holding back. I don't know for what reason. I guess they're like, hey guys, let's just get some farm and then go. I mean, F said at the moment just pushing out the lane.
Well, there's
That's
no
all
rush
about
for them. Two lanes are pushing in. Look at the bottom lane. Just... Imba, they're the ones who have to react, and maybe Invasion... I mean, I would like to see them go for Roche, since they do know that pretty much every single member of Imba is in the base. They do have the creep vision there.
Yep.
So,
But let's see. I don't think they want to risk much more time. What is? Ah, the Shivas is coming for the Death Prophet, but he's not quite there yet. I don't know. Maybe
there's a smoke from
like,
Imba. They're the ones to take the initiative here, man. They know that they have to have the surprise element. Mask of Madness activated as well. Time walk forward, the Chrono. He can catch on too, but no, Ghosty got the blink out before. Mystic Flare on ADTR. Yes, the Bane is gonna lose his life. Actually, he's still alive. Can he really escape this? Are you kidding me? The smoke is popped. Mass Serpent Wars actually Ghost. He's caught there. No Tidehunter Ravage yet. Chaos Meteor on top, but he gets the 4-step out of it. Are you kidding me now? Come on, pop the Ravage. No, he's gonna get shackled up. He's not even gonna get the ultimate off, but I don't think it matters too much. Silong slowed down by the Ice Wall. Goes down in the end. Jennifer together with 7-7. They're on the run from the Exorcism, but Kechik, he wants the kills. Actually, Edershock, never mind, he used himself up. They are still alive. 7-7 tipping away in front of Roshan. And they actually make it out, so a 2-for-2 in the end. Imba. Oh man.
Rubik finally paid for his insolence with all these good steals. So yeah, make it a 2-for-3 trade. Only problem is of course that the creeps are pushing in already. Like the siege creep top will probably even get the range tracks. One more shot. Yes, there are the range tracks. That's the biggest problem. Like, sure, Imba can take a lot of good fights even now, but now, no. Just not possible. Not with 5 people committing to it. You need someone who defends the base right at this point. And it's really too bad. This fight could have been much better if that Chrono would have landed on both. But even there, like, a Chrono on a single Bane and they're not getting him down. That is what the game is at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little bit surprised, of course. The follow-up just really wasn't there once again. The Chaos Meteor came out way later up onto the Tidehunter, who was ward trapped to begin with, but he got a 4-step out of it, so... And if he had remained ward trapped, maybe, but now finally the Roche is going on. Medallion of Courage with the minus armor from ADTR. And they're gonna get...
I think this is one of the latest Roches I've casted in the... I don't know, last 2 weeks or so. I had actually a game where Roche got completely ignored, and the game was still like about 50 minutes plus. But, well, this is a 29-minute Roche. Well, it's just a bonus to get before going in that mid lane. I mean, you have top pushing out, you have bottom pushing out, and all you have to do is now go frontal, pop the Exorcism, and I don't think they can do much now, especially with the Shivas as well. Chrono is ready, but it's also a level 11 Void. I mean...
If they can kill Kichikimba now that the Exorcism will be on cooldown, I mean, that's their best possible bet at the moment. Mass Serpent Wars down as well, just to defend the tower. And, I mean, to be honest, Mass Serpent Wars, yes, they are on cooldown now, but so will the Exorcism be. So if they can just defend, buy some time. Necrobox actually just getting fed into the Death Prophet.
Yep.
Oh, they go in Kienzo. The Chronos are only onto 1, but can they get Kichikimba now? The Mystic Flare. Yes, the Chaos Meteor combination. He just gets completely wrecked apart. But Chronosphere, it got stolen by Ola. And it's not over yet. The Blink Ravage up onto 2 enemy heroes. They're gonna get 2 of them as well. Jennifer gonna get chronoed up. Do they have enough follow-up though? They don't actually. But now Moonlight Shadow comes out. Telekinesis not to Jennifer. He's gonna lose his life. Now none have buybacks. And I think this is it.
The problem is also that the Chronos of the Rubik are better than the ones of the Void. So yeah, there's the GG call. They can't help it. I mean, those racks will go down even if there's a cliff available. But Invoker and a Void without a Chrono, that's just how it is.
Yeah, man, just the Invasion, they just were the better team here in this series. They showed it in 2 games, just completely dominating here, more or less.
Yep. To be honest, no, but I still think IMBA made here and there good plays, like showing that they have potential. But for me, this game got decided by 2 things: skill build decisions, like the Viper and the Corrosive Skin, and the other more major thing was vision. I think this game was definitely decided by vision, because all these early fights where they got their advantage, besides the towers, was made possible by wards.
Yeah, I mean, but all in all, this was the first best of 3 series for today. The next one is actually a couple hours away at 16 CEST or 22 SGT, whatever time zone you may be used to. And well, Invasion, they advanced to the group stage of Codes here, where they will play up against the likes of Rave, Titan, and such. But I mean, it's it for now. There's no more casts in between this game and the next best of 3 series, but I do hope you enjoyed the cast, and if you did, of course, be sure to follow us on this channel on Twitch, as well as HeflaTV 2 and HeflaMok, the English channel for us. You can also check out our Heroes of the Storm or the Chinese channels if you like. 3 and 4 for Heroes of the Storm, 5 and 6 for the Chinese. And of course, you can always subscribe if you want the best emotes on Twitch out there, man. 100% best. Guaranteed. But guys, also social media, HeflaTV for both. YouTube was game number 1, already uploaded game number 2 shortly as well. So if you want some more updates, you can find all the links below the stream. And just have a good one until the next series.